Today I'm going to be talking about why I got rid of majority of my K-pop collection. Now, the word majority might be quite a stretch because I, for the life of me, cannot count all of my albums. I've been collecting K-pop for almost 4 years now, so I don't know, sitting down and counting every single album, the idea of it just gives me a headache, so I don't do it. But I can assure you that I did get rid of a lot of albums in the past year, and I'm going to be listing the reasons why I did so, why K-pop collecting isn't as fun as it used to be. Without wasting any more of your time, let's just begin. The first reason why I got rid of majority of my K-pop collection has to do with the coronavirus pandemic. Because of corona, shipping options have been very limited, and before corona, I could easily order a lot of albums for cheap using EMS shipping, and the shipping was reasonable and the albums would come really fast. So no problem there. It was pretty fun. Then, however, because of corona, EMS has been very restricted in multiple countries, and because of so, my only options for shipping are now DHL and FedEx. Which is so expensive, and for what? And for what is it so expensive? Like, I get it, it comes super fast, but is it really worth it? The price? I don't think so. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's just not, especially with the customer service, which is just questionable. And on top of that crazy expensive shipping fee that costs you a kidney and a half, you also have to worry about customs. Yes.
What the fuck is this? Is this a joke? Shut up, you little prick.
Custom fees. Basically, depending on your country, you have to pay a certain tax, and the tax is also insane. And for what? I mean, if it's albums, it's insane. If it's for photocards, it's much more reasonable. But oh my god, like buying K-pop albums, it's like a luxury at this point, which I cannot afford for every single group, which is tragic. So that's like one of the main reasons. Reason number 2 is that there are too many album versions and too many releases happening really fast. I feel like when I got into K-pop collecting, which was in 2017, the norm was to do 2 versions, and now the norm is 3 to 4 versions. Like, I swear, these K-pop companies are getting real greedy real fast. Like, when I started collecting Monsta X in 2017, they used to do 2 versions, and they did like 3 versions like once, and now Starship gives them 4 versions every single comeback. And then you have Wano, who also does 3 versions, and I'm not going to be surprised if he does 4 versions in his next comeback or his first comeback. And now I see so many groups doing this, and then of course I don't have to buy all versions for every single group I like, because for JYP groups I only collect like 1 version, because if you buy 1 version you can like get all the photo cards. However, for other groups it's like you have to buy all 4 versions to get the specific photo card that comes with the specific version, and to me personally that just does not feel right. If I buy only 1 version and I don't get the other version, like, I don't know, it's like a weird thing for me personally, where it's like I have to have all the versions so that I can justify getting all the photo cards. But yeah, it's just, for a lot of groups they just do too many versions and too many releases, and SF9 is my only hope right now, who hasn't done more than 2 versions, and I swear if the next comeback is 3 or 4 versions, I'm losing hope in humanity altogether. Like, altogether. It's gonna happen. Reason number 3 is that photocard prices are literally insane. Now, I am lucky that a lot of the biases that I collect are not very expensive, like Sangyeon from The Boys or Eunbi from IZ*ONE. They are fairly easy members to collect, but there are biases of mine that are crazy expensive. It's dedication and love that helps me collect these people, like JB from GOT7, Sungwoon from ENHYPEN, Wonho, well, at least his older cards. His solo cards are fairly cheap, so that's good. And not only do we have album cards to worry about, now in the past year, there's this trend of pre-order cards from certain websites like SubK, MMT, then, I don't know, Makestar, like all of these places, they have pre-order cards, and it's too much. And these pre-order cards, they go for $40 to $50 to $100. And for what? And for what? Like, seriously, people are overpricing pieces of paper. We live in a world that... What the hell was that?
Okay, I found this on the web for overpricing pieces of paper. We live in a world.
What
Check
the?
it out.
Oh my god. Siri! Dude! Siri. Oh my god. Looks like Siri. That was so weird. I'm sorry, but that was so freaking weird. I had no idea my iPad was on like that. Sorry, let me collect myself first. Let me just do it. Yeah, a lot of the times collecting pre-order cards can be really fun. Like for Sangan from The Boys, his pre-order cards, even the really expensive ones that should be expensive, go for super cheap, and it's just so satisfying to collect all of them, especially when they're so cute. But a lot of the time it's like not fun, and for biases of mine that are not easy to collect, like Songhwa from ATEEZ or Hyunjin from Stray Kids, I'm like, yes, I love these groups very dearly, and if they weren't so expensive, I would collect them, but I don't, so there's that. The fourth reason is that, you know, a lot of the groups that I really love, they are inactive or I have lost interest in the group. Now, I feel like a lot of people have this assumption if you lose interest in a group, you pretended to like them, or you're like a fake stan, or you stand them for clout, which is really not the case. I mean, it's possible for you to lose interest in groups. I have lost interest in a lot of groups, and it's not because, you know, I hate them all of a sudden. It's usually because I don't vibe with their current releases like I did with the older releases, or because sometimes the members do things that I don't agree with, like with AOA, the whole situation that went down that makes it hard for me to even listen to AOA's music nowadays, despite how good it is. I'm sorry. And yeah, I just lose interest and groups become inactive, like EXID. If EXID were still active now, you bet your ass I would still collect them. But they're inactive, they don't do much, and just the want to collect them, the interest to collect them, it's just no longer there because they're inactive, despite the fact how much I love their music. So yeah, that's because I lose interest in groups. Does it mean I hate them? No, it's just mean that collecting them is just not fun. So there is that. And the last reason is that I've realized that less is more. Because right now I'm only collecting 10, 11 groups right now. Before that I used to collect like everybody. Actually, I used to collect anybody. I used to collect like any music or album that I used to like really like and just keep it for myself. Like now I'm like more focused on only collecting my top groups that are active, and there are certain groups that I pick up that I think I'll be able to collect, like N- or Stacy, because they just debuted, so they don't have much, so I don't have to worry about going back and getting everything. And there are some exceptions like The Boys and GOT7, because I really love these groups and their music and the members, so I feel like it'll be fun to go back and get all of their stuff and also continue collecting them forward. And for Monsta X, I literally have all of their releases except for Fantasia, which I need to go back and get. But I'm like looking at my Monsta X collection and I'm so freaking proud of it because I started collecting them in 2017. And if I started collecting them now, oh my god, it would be so freaking stressful and I would hate it. So yeah, another like reason is that because going back and collecting a group is so freaking stressful, and I'd rather not do that for certain groups. So yeah, those are all the reasons why I got rid of majority of my K-pop collection. And yeah, if you guys can relate to this video, let me know. And if you have certain reasons why you stopped collecting K-pop, or you know, you got rid of a huge chunk of your K-pop collection, let me know. Again, this is my money. This is how I choose to spend it. Collecting K-pop for me is a hobby. It's not something I have to do because I like the artist. So I hope you can keep that in mind. I don't think I'm a fake fan if I don't buy ATEEZ's albums or Stray Kids' album. So there is that. Let me know in the comment section below if you can relate to this or not. And let's be respectful of one another. Like, it's 2021. Let's be respectful of other people's opinions. Granted, they're not harmful or anything like that. But yeah, that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.